Hi, I'm Jean.
Hi, I'm Candace.
So, Candace, one of the questions that people are asking me about the book and the deck is like, what makes it so special? And I'm going to ask you that question, and then I'll feel free to
Mm,
weigh in at some point because you are a person that loves and has a ton of oracle decks and tarot decks. So, what
so
makes
many.
this particular one? What differentiates it? What makes it special and unique?
Well, besides the fact that I made all the artwork for it, um, it's not just an oracle deck, and it's not just a be your own guidebook for the oracle deck. You've packed so much in here. There's the alchemy of the artwork, activating the teachings. There's the really, really generous mini lectures on each of the teachings, and there's the beautiful artwork for each. That's just the baseline. Then you've got not just daily practices for bringing each of the teachings and the card into your life. There's affirmations for reminding yourself about the thing that the teaching evokes for you. We designed the choose your own adventure feature, which we talked about in another video, but like really helps you to choose your own path through the teachings, and find ways of interrelating them and seeing their tapestry that's really, really meaningful to you. You've developed this incredibly comprehensive symptomology appendix that allows anybody to go in there with no prior knowledge of the teachings and say, I feel grief today. I feel isolated today. I feel, I need a little bit of this. And then it points you in a direction, it gets you started. So it's just an incredibly generous collection of resources that are oscillating around the beautiful artwork and the really in-depth teachings that you've made. Plus, and I'm going to show this before you go off.
Please do.
Um, this is no shade to any other deck. We love the other decks, but look at how huge ours is, right? So like this is, oh, that's even the guidebook. This is just a side by side, like a pretty standard tarot or oracle deck with 70 something plus cards. And ours, which is 91. There's a lot. There's a lot of cards. It's like a deck and a half. And that means that the book is full of that much more content as well. So it's a really, really generous collection. That's what's special about it from my perspective. What do you think?
I think so too. I mean, I love an oracle deck, and I, and the ones that I really love are the ones that have not only amazing artwork, but they've got some meaty text. And
Yes.
the one thing I love about the text and my privilege to put this text on paper was about I've lived these teachings for so long. So it's not like I'm just making it up because I had a cool drawing and I wanted to put a teaching to it. These teachings drove the bus of this. These teachings drove it. So it wasn't like I was trying to create anything for the book per se. In fact, oh my God, remember those lists of all the isms? I mean, we edited it down to 91. There were hundreds. There was a time when we were going to do a 365 daily daily thing. So
We had pretty much enough. And then, yeah, in the editing process, it started to become clear that there were some teachings that, even though they felt different when you said them or they came up in different contexts, they were kind of pointing at the same thing. And so you started to distill them down. But yeah, we edited it down to 91.
yeah,
We tried to go lower and we were like,
well,
we can't.
no, but edit 91 was the number, and they all lead down to one teaching, which is you're the divine. But that's a whole nother story. So, but that's like, okay, so that's a big lift. It's a heavy, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go from my everyday life to that teaching and believe it. This is how to get you there. These are these teachings to support that part of you. So one thing I love about this particular one is that the teachings, for me anyway, resonate. They come from a place of lived experience. And in this
Mm.
case, my lived experience. And were editor also on it. So
Yeah, mine too, right? Like it
oh,
made sense that we were collaborating. I helped, assisted in the writing of the first manuscript for the book because you have been teaching me for this 13, 14 years. And a lot of these teachings I really resonate with because I've had them, I've used them, I've learned from them. Like they've improved me. So we both had that. I mean, even though you're the progenitor of them and you're the one that sort of distilled them down and essentialized them in the first place. And they rang true for both of us. And
Yeah.
then, of course, as we were developing not just the way that the text would read, but the artwork, it had to ring true to the feeling, the thing that's beyond language for each of these really like capital T truths.
Yeah, exactly. Because sometimes I read a teaching and it just feels a little watery to me. And I wanted something that was more meaty for me. And so and these, it's all about,
Umami. So the vegans are good too.
yeah, yes,
More umami.
more umami, more flavorful, more, yeah. I
But
mean,
there's also the other thing that's really special about this. Well, and I love me some esoterica, right? Like I love to get into some weird, froofy, wild stuff. And this book and deck it has a lot of depth, but it's very down to earth. It's not speaking to the esoteric, or it's not speaking in esoteric terms only, right? Like it's got a very almost like a plainclothes presentation. It's not dolled up, even though it's very beautiful. Um, and that makes it really accessible because there's a lot of oracle decks out there that like average people might not be able to get a lot out of because they're so wild in that particular way.
yeah. I just opened the book to this particular one. And of
Which
course,
one
it's
was that?
not
The
on.
world needs your unique light.
The world needs your unique light today. And the little subheading is be more you more of the time. Your ideals are just ideals, but you are the real deal. And
Mm.
the bottom line is it's saying something that of course we know is true, but then how do we really embody that? Only you can do you. I mean, duh. What else can I do but me? Well, I can try to be somebody. I can try to be you. I can try to be my mom. I can try to be my dad. I can try to be my teacher. I can try to be this person. I can try to be, but only I can only really do me. And so this teaching, the world needs your unique light today, is saying that is exactly what we need. We don't need two of something else. We need your unique light. So that's an example of these teachings just being just to me right there. So anyway,
Yeah, totally.
I know we're
So
trying
that
to make these
is
short
not
videos.
even exhaustively some of the things that are special about this
Yeah.
Oracle deck and Be Your Own Guidebook.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.